My name is Rima. My call sign is Stitch. I'm 37 years old and I'm a combat medic in Kalinowski Regiment. I've done a few interviews. So on this side of the room, we have one patient care bed, but we also have all of our items for chest tubes over here, varying sizes. We also have our blood fridge, our cold store for medications that need to be cold and fresh blood. So that's very important, especially now. We have our sterilization areas over there on this end of the room. And then on the other side, we have two patient care beds. We have sterile areas over here, especially for surgical procedures, so nobody can touch this. It has to be sterile. Another patient care bed, more disinfection, quick reach things, especially if we have wounds we have to take care of. So each side of the room has disinfection stations where we have gauze, betadine, normal saline, different things that we use to be able to disinfect wounds quickly. So each side has oxygen capacity as well as intubation tools, advanced airway. We also have on the walls on both sides varying catheters and syringes for both IV and medicine deployment. We have our medications are over here. So essentially both sides of the room are mirrored. I worked in the financial sector in the United States, and in 2014, when Russia invaded Crimea, I was already doing work in terms of working with the Ukrainian community as a Lithuanian and liaising and working in Washington, D.C. to talk about the importance of Ukraine and why Russia's invasion is a problem. But when 2022 happened, I decided to quit my job and run an NGO bringing in humanitarian and non-lethal military aid in for the first year. And then I decided that I would be better served to be a medic helping the people instead. As a Lithuanian, I am the granddaughter of war refugees, and Russia took my country as well. And my ancestors and my great-grandparents and grandparents were left without a homeland. And so we were raised in our culture and customs that were protected and brought over by our great-grandparents, because in case our country was never free again, we'd know who we were and where we came from. It was important for me to act, and in memory of my family's suffering and trouble, and for all of those other people that have suffered under Russian occupation as well. So obviously, as you can tell, I don't exactly speak Ukrainian or Russian. I am from America, so I speak English. But my main thing here is knowing that as a guest in this country, it is imperative also as a medic that I learn the languages and the terminology that we use for medications and other procedures. So yes, I can read what's here. So for example, this is TXA. We have ondansetron over here. Nepafam is a painkiller. For me, it's really important to be able to read the medications because there's nothing worse than not knowing what you're using. And this is also something that I teach my medic students as well, that, you know, if you're coming from a foreign country, chances are all medications that you receive are going to be in Cyrillic text, not in normal Latin English text. So it's imperative that they can at least recognize the letters, be able to understand the Cyrillic alphabet so that they can spell it out, as we say. Most common injuries are due to shrapnel. All of them are coming from FPVs at this point. It's no longer how it used to be in the first year of the war, where it was mostly close quarter combat and gunshot wounds. So we're seeing a lot more catastrophic injuries due to explosions, artillery, and FPV. So a lot of flesh wounds, amputations, also TBIs as well from explosions. So we deal with like the whole body wounds essentially from explosion. Most of the time, especially my friends who were medics before I was, or paramedics for a long time, they're like, you know, are you okay? You see a lot of physical trauma and all these things. And I maintain, for me, it's not the physical trauma that bothers me. It's the suffering of the soldiers that bothers me. It's the haunted look on their faces, the pain that they're in when they cry. That is hard for me. It's the suffering that they go through, the 1,000-yard stare that they have when they've been in the trench for a very long time. That's what I see in my dreams. It's not the blood, it's not the trauma, it's the suffering. That's the hard part for me. I used to film documentaries a long time ago. The reason why I'm serving in Kalinowski is because a good friend of mine, who was also my student at the time, had recruited me in a very smart way. And he said, well, we have an opening on our medical team, and I know you've been looking for a good medical team, and ours is great. And he was right. I love our med team, and it's great serving in Kalinowski Regiment. I think it's very brave to fight for your freedom, knowing that you can't ever go home. And I think that you putting yourself at great risk, but also, you know, understanding that it puts everyone around you at risk, but your courage of conviction is so important, that fighting for freedom is the thing you put in front of everything else. I think that is admirable, and I think it's very brave. And I am lucky to serve with many Belarusians that are, you know, doing the right thing and standing up for freedom, even though it is very dangerous to their safety. I got one. Okay. It's hard to... Personally, I would be very happy if Russia was wiped off the map, but you know, I might be asking for too much, but at least if my biggest wish is for Ukraine to win.